Hello, I am Mike Govniel Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. Okay, what has happened is I was around the Mun. I've come back from the Mun, but my periapsis is not deep enough in the atmosphere. No, I'm going to point retrograde actually. So what I'm doing right now, I have no delta V except I have one source of delta V. And this is a bit of a dumb idea. Oh, this is a really dumb idea. This isn't working at all. I'm not going to do what I was about to do. What I was about to do was get out of the craft, push it in the correct direction, and yeah, but that's not really helping, because you can see that I was oh, well, all right then. Oh, goodness me. Right, no, we are not doing anything like that, is what we're not going to do. Because something was going really weird there. I don't understand what's happening there. Okay. Okay, so that was a plan that didn't work. I have gone round and round several times. And because I've no, that's not what I want to do. Because this point here was only 45k into the atmosphere, it's now 42k after a few orbits. But because it was only only 45k when I started coming in, oh goodness me! I was in the atmosphere when I did that. That could have been fatal. Yeah, I've been skipping off the atmosphere over and over again, and coming around, having to do it again, and coming around, having to do it again, coming around, having to do it again. What I was hoping to do with that little thing was to actually get out, because the only source of delta V I have at the moment is in Bob's backpack. So I thought, leave the ship pointing retrograde, have Bob come out, go behind it and push it, right? So he'll push it in the retrograde direction, enough to pull the periapsis deeper into the atmosphere, maybe 40k instead of 45k, maybe a little under. Because at the moment things are getting a bit worrying. It is just taking too long. I'm having to go round too many times. But as you can see, things were just not stable enough. As soon as Bob got out, everything got a bit wibbly wobbly. I'm just going to zoom out a bit so that there are fewer fire effects, and hopefully things won't be quite so jerky. I'm still busily losing a blater every time I go round, but it is taking longer. I'm spending longer in the atmosphere each time, it looks like, but I'm hoping that eventually it will be long enough that I will actually land, because I could really do with landing. This is actually getting a bit stressful. Okay, 30 seconds to periapsis. I'm going to have a look at the speed at that point. Uh, 20 seconds to periapsis. Apoapsis height is now only 330 kilometers. I'm almost certainly going to have to go round again. Very annoying. We're still getting just enough electricity in to keep the lights on, specifically the SAS. I'm beginning to really wish I'd put more solar panels on this thing. Right, so we're going at 250, 100, so 2,500. It was a little like 2,550. So I only lost about 200 delta V compared to the last time I hit periapsis. But my apoapsis height is coming down an awful lot at long last. So maybe I'm finally getting to the stage of being able to actually land. I'm hoping not too many more of these loops. Because I've got quite a bit of science on board here. Which I would like to get back safely, thank you very much. And an astronaut called Bob, who I like a lot. And I don't want Bob to die. I'm sure Bob's surprisingly happy about all this. Really don't know why, because Bob is having a bit of a terrible day, to be perfectly honest. Right, my apoapsis height is now only twice what I want it to be. My orbit has come down considerably. My orbital period. That's really quite rapidly coming down. Maybe I'm going to do it this time. That's getting awfully close. And I'm still quite low. I might do it this time. Because I only need that to come down another 30 kilometers. And I'm still 46k in the atmosphere. So I might be doing... It might have been the time to use MechJeb and... No, I haven't put MechJeb on this thing. Because MechJeb doesn't actually do anything for me at the minute. But recording my speed and trajectory and stuff might have been quite interesting. But I'm going to make it. We are only... My apoapsis is now 86k. Yeah, there's no way. There is no way. I'm coming in. I'm finally coming in. This is a bit of a relief. I don't know whether, because I can the sound effects are coming down, but I don't know whether that's going to be enough to. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I don't know whether am I going to have to go through another period of heating before I actually fully land. But my apoapsis height is just about to pass. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Oh, it's slowing down. I don't want to have to come around again. Got 71k, 71.5. Okay, come on. Just a few hundred meters. 500 meters go. And we are landing today. Boys and girls, cats and kittens. And anyone else who may be listening. Anyone who does not feel included in that particular list. We're pointing towards the sun as best we can. Next time I'm putting at least 2. Maybe I'll do it in terms of 3, maybe, because basically I can't put things on the door. So maybe like there and there and there would do. More solar panels. But we are coming into land. Sweet. We're still going at Mach 7, which is quite a lot. So we are skipping out the atmosphere again. Well, not entirely out the atmosphere, but we're still currently upwards, I think. So that's my apoapsis. But my apoapsis is coming down as we speak still. Whew. Don't know how long this may well take a while, because I've kind of gone now, but I'm in a suborbital, which is kind of sweet. Oh, new crew report. We'll take that. All I have to do now is get down and not die. How many bits of science? We've got 19 experiments on there. I don't know how much science I'm going to get out of it. Okay. So still going up a little bit, and then we're going to be coming down again. Lost a fair amount of speed already. We have lost an awful lot of the later. Can I turn off SAS safely? More, oh, kind of. Hang on, can I back? Oh, shit. Sorry, I swore. That was a bad word. I said a bad word. I'm very sorry. Please ignore the bad word. But I was, yeah. I thought I could turn on subtle maneuvering, but that did not work at all. I'm just going to have to cope with not quite having all the... let's see if I can maneuver that towards the sun and get more... I think what's happening is I'm getting about exactly as much sunlight as possibly can, and so I'm constantly running out of battery power, getting into and thus everything turns off. That means I'm not running any battery power, which means everything turns back on again, which means running out of battery power again, and then so on. Can I turn that off? No. I don't know what else I can do, but we are now about to head down. I think. No, we've still got a minute to go. Till we get to Apoapsis. Goodness me. Yeah, that was getting a bit squirrely, so I've un-time warped. But it looks like we're going to have to, so many things, well, there are a number of things which I've done, including starting off by going through the atmosphere a bit deeper in the first place, and not being so shallow. Trajectories mod next time, I think. Okay, so 10 seconds towards the periapsis. My periapsis is now below the surface. So pretty much not quite going in. We're now about to start going down. Now we're going down. Oh, shush you. We're going down now. Yeesh. Landing used to be the easy bit, you know. You just point yourself at the planet and generally works out alright. Oh, now I have truly run out of power. Now let's actually turn off SAS. We're quite high up in the atmosphere. Oh, are we in shadow? Have we lost the sun? This is bad. Yeah, we have. Oh no. This is what we like to call in the business terrible. So now what I have to do is I now desperately hope that the aerodynamics is going to be enough. Oh, I can do nothing. Eek. Wow, well, someone should put some more batteries on this thing. I should have. I mean, I put batteries in the service module, but I really should have put batteries on the actual main craft itself. Looks like, but you know, a bunch of stuff has happened that I did not anticipate. So now, how are we doing? What's gonna? Oh, my. No, I'm going around this way. I keep forgetting that the bright blue is where you have been and not where you're going. Not going to pick up the sun again, so I'm basically a passenger at this point. The aerodynamics has been doing a bad job of pointing me in the correct direction thus far. So, what is my vertical speed? Minus 40, getting up to minus 50 meters a second. Oh, dear me. Let's risk it. Let's go, because this is, it's just, how long can I really take? Right, so now 58, 57, well, yeah, 58 kilometers. And I'm not going to be generating any more power unless and until we land. And still going to do this, take 10 minutes to get to my periapsis, but the planet will be in the way, so that's fine. Beginning to wish I put so many things I wish I'd done differently. But I mean, like putting little fins at the top here might have actually been helpful. Let's time up a little bit more. No, was that thing getting, the thing's just getting red there. Max 7. And I think I'm actually into the real. Let's not time warp while we're on fire. That seems like a bad thing to do. Aerodynamics does seem to be keeping me pointed more or less the right direction. I'm not tumbling as such. I'm wobbling very slowly rather than tumbling. No, what's the... aerodynamic forces. So I'm wanting to see the aerodynamic forces, but we're not doing an awful lot. So let us hope this is the last of the well, this is the last. One way or another, this is the last time this ship is going to be on fire. And I'm hoping I don't have to do too much of it. Do have the ablator. I still have some ablator left. So we should be okay in that respect. Bob is surprisingly happy. I'm not sure Bob should be this happy. I think Bob should be quite concerned. I wonder if we're going to land on land or if we're still going to hit ocean. Alright, we seem to be very much pointing in the correct direction now, which is aerodynamics doing their job. Ablator doing its job. Alright, we are going to stay with this until we get down or die. I think we're ending up in the ocean. We're about to go below 2,000 meters per second, which is merely 4,000 miles an hour. Now still in the grasslands, going to be hitting the shore soon, I'm sure. Still slightly over 2,000 meters a second. And now we're not, we're now under 2,000 meters a second. Coming down rapidly. What's our G-forces like? Oh Lord, at some point we suffered 373 G, so quite frankly we should be goo. I'm not quite sure when that... Oh, there we go, there's some aerodynamic forces there. Nice big red spike. Telling us we are being forced backwards, which is what you would expect. Still quite high up. Still got some ablator, so we're not. We're Our Mach number is coming down quite nicely, so the aerodynamic forces seem to be getting longer. But the aerodynamics of the heat shield, and we're coming through. And we're coming through. We have lived, we have survived, we are going to be fine. Everything is magic and lovely. Let's turn that off. We've turned off the aerodynamic forces overlay. Everything's fine, we have survived. Everything is brilliant. And all I now need to do is wait for that to get to below about 200 meters a second. And I can deploy the chutes. The chutes are saying that they're safe to deploy now, so that's sweet. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait till about 3,000 meters. In fact, I'm going to wait until that clock's down to 2. I don't know why I'm doing that. I think it's because otherwise, because that will slow me down, which is obviously what the chutes are meant to do. But then that'll just take me longer to get to landing. That's my heat shield gone. Bye bye heat shield. Thank you very much, heat shield. You did sterling service, and I'm glad I brought all of you, because I thought, oh no, I've used too much heat shield. No, it turns out, no, I have not used too much heat shield. I have brought exactly enough heat shield. Just about, because I had to go around loads and loads of times. Loads and loads. Time warping to, let's see, 100 meters, say. And we have survived. Man, this was a lot harder than I expected. We have lived. I'm going to ask science. Oh, okay, so there's a bunch of things I don't have. So I'm going to grab some science. Right, EV airport, we're flying over Kerbal water. I don't have that one, so that's 5 science. Going to take data, and we're going to store the experiments. I'm going to do something that probably shouldn't work. I'm going to take a surface sample from the water. 12 science. You take a sample of the water, it appears to be dramatically increase the surface humidity of anything it touches. Oh. And we're going to do an EVA report. You recalculate the number of snacks you should bring to swim to KSP. There you go. 3.2 science. Now I'm going to grab on. I'm going to go in. And I still haven't, and I'll do the crew report that I can do now. Armites, let's show those landlubbers at KSC who the masters of the high seas truly are. That's 2 science there. Whoa. And we'll recover the vessel. Ugh. Man, that was intense. There are points where I genuinely did not think I was going to get that. Only 333.5 science after all that. We're taking me to 345. I was hoping for more, but that would have required a low Munar orbit. Possibly other scientific equipment. Hey, never mind, eh? So I am now going to be able to get a few things I wouldn't, so I can go up to this level, get stuff from here. I can even go up to this level and get the atmospheric fluid spectrophotometer, and I can make rovers at this point, which is actually very tempting. There's a lot to be said for that. Science tech, and so I start getting those scanning modules. Or I could come down here, probably get 2 of these at this level. So things like advanced landing, which would have been nice. Good landing struts, stuff like that. I already have yeah. Good solar panels. A lot to be said for good solar panels, actually. So, there's some choices to be made here. Or could start getting to KOS. Some stuff. I have to make some decisions. And I have to decide how I'm going to try and get lots more science somehow. Because, well, I think probably the next thing to do is actually go to Minmus. And do much the same at Minmus and see if I can't do better there. How far before I get the gravioli? Where's the gravioli? That's the accelerometer. Where's the gravioli? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Goodness me, you're quite a way away. So you're at least 800. Well, I could get you, and then it's only another 500 science, which I would have to get from something. Yeah, okay. I can work on that. We can make this work. So I've got some decisions to make, but we got there. We got 300 odd science. It's all brilliant. So thanks very much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe. Enjoying these videos, come visit me at artdice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, and you can find links to that in the video description. Until next time, reach for the stars and get safely back